Good evening everyone. So welcome back to our daily one-liners. So firstly we are talking about the closet dramas. Closet dramas are meant to be read only. These are not meant to be performed. So closet dramas are meant to be read and not to be performed. Examples: Hardy's The Dynasts, Milton's The Samson Agonists, Byron's Manfred, Shelley's Prometheus Unbound. So Shelley wrote Prometheus Unbound. Who has written Prometheus Bound? Tell me in the comment section. And Modern Prometheus, that was the subtitle of which novel? Tell me that also in the comment section. So after that we are going to study sign. We are going to study sign. The sign, signifier and signified, these are all related concepts of structuralism. So sign comprises a signifier and a signified. In sign we get signifier and signified. So now we need to understand what is signifier and what is signified. The signifier is the word that points to a signified, that is the object indicated by the word or the signifier. So actually the signified is the word. Signifier is the word and signified is the concept or the image that comes with that word. For example, if I say tree is the word, means it is the signifier, and the image that is coming in my mind, suppose I am imagining a banyan tree, suppose someone is imagining a mango tree. So the image that is coming, that is called signified. So these are all concepts related to structuralism. Now we need to understand that this sign is arbitrary. Sign is arbitrary. The meaning we associate with it is not innate. What is the meaning of that? Sign is arbitrary mean? Sign, through the use of sign, we actually bring out the meaning of the text or bring out the meaning of the sentence, meaning of the word. But according to some critics, sign is arbitrary. Sign, the meaning that we assign with sign is not an innate aspect. Rather, we are actually it is not innate. Actually, we are assigning it. The meaning is being assigned. The meaning is being assigned. We are assigning, attributing a meaning in a certain sign. Excuse me. Sorry. So actually, the sign, the meaning that we are getting through sign is an attributive meaning. That is not innate. That is not innate at all. Suppose if I say river, so maybe an Indian can think about the river Ganges, the river Ganga, and an Egyptian can think about the river Nile. Basically these two rivers, the characteristics of a river, they are same, but the concepts are different. The river Ganges is different from river Nile. The water of the river Ganges that we consider a very it is a kind of divine water that we consider. So these are all different aspects that we generally assign with sign. Sign, the meaning associated with sign is not innate. It is arbitrary. It is attributive. It is assigned. It is forcefully associated with it. We have associated. Whenever we say bowl or whenever we say a pot, something that is coming in my mind, we have practiced it a lot right from the beginning of our childhood. That is why it is coming in our mind. We have repeatedly practiced that. Whenever someone have said tree, we have repeatedly practiced the image of a tree that is coming in my mind right now. Otherwise, if right from the childhood. Suppose a mountain is being called tree, then perhaps right now, if someone would say tree, then I would imagine the mountain. अगर बचपन से अगर मुझे किसी ने सिखाया होता कि माउंटेन को ट्री बोलते हैं, द माउंटेन इज कॉल्ड ट्री, रिपीटेडली अगर मैंने प्रैक्टिस की होती, माउंटेन मीन्स ट्री, ट्री मीन्स अ माउंटेन, ट्री मीन्स अ structure, that the huge structure, the huge mountain, perhaps it would come in my mind whenever someone would say tree. But I have practiced to imagine the concept of tree right from the beginning. That is why I am right now imagining that similar concept. So it is attributed, it is not a kind of innate concept. I hope it is clear. So structuralism, the sign and signifier, these are all concepts of structuralism. So we need to understand that how structuralism came into existence. Structuralism started mainly with Ferdinand de Saussure, and he has written Course in General Linguistics. Course in General Linguistics. When he has written that? 1915. These are all important dates. These are all important years, rather to say. We need to remember the years, basically to arrange these years in chronological order, because these are these types of questions are coming these days. So I'm going to the other pointer. The term imagism was coined by T.E. Hume. Now imagism where imagism is a term where according to the critics, we bring out the meaning through the analysis of the images, and the authors generally describe the meaning through the use of images and through the sharp and clear language. So imagism is a kind of critical approach where an author describes the meaning through the images, and the reader will go through the images and will come across the meaning, and the language would be sharp and clear. So imagism was coined by T.E. Hume. This is the movement that started at the beginning of the 20th century. The term imagined communities was coined by Benedict Anderson. So what does it mean by imagined communities? Benedict Anderson was actually doing a research on the concept of nation, and he said that this concept of nation is imaginary. So this concept of nation is actually a kind of imaginary concept that we generally build through the social associations, social communities, through the social associations. So socially constructed notion. Nation, the term nation is a kind of concept that is socially constructed. So thus this communities represents the nations. These communities are imagined. So people of a certain community will never ever meet to them. People will not never ever meet each other. Suppose in our India, how many people have you came across in these days in your life, throughout your life? Perhaps I have came across less than 1% of Indians. But whenever I say community, my community or my nation, I would suggest the entire nation, the people, each and every people belonging to my nation. I haven't known them, I have not understood them, I have not met them, but yet I consider them as my own community people, my own neighbors or my own brothers, rather to say. So thus these communities are a kind of imagined communities. We generally don't experience them in our whole life. We generally don't experience them. We imagine them. So this communities will come across in certain emotional situations, like the cricket match is going on between India and Pakistan. Indian people are going to gather and their emotions would be same. The way I am thinking now, perhaps the other Indian person whom I don't know even will have the same kind of thinking process. So I hope that I have made it clear. So nation is a kind of social construction. Nation is a kind of social construction, and that is made by imagined communities. So Benedict Anderson has given that term. The term strategic essentialism. Strategic essentialism is coined by Gayatri Spivak. Strategic essentialism is a term related to the post-colonial era or related to the post-colonial theory. Strategic essentialism means it is a kind of anti-essentialism movement. When we resist something, when a certain part of the society, when a certain group will resist something using that same concept, same essentialism. Okay, I'm just giving a kind of simple example. If someone is being called a stupid person, if someone is calling someone a stupid, then she or he will be aggressive, and will be resistive. And how she or he will be resisting the